The San Francisco Giants totaled 11.
MLB The Show has been on a Sunday afternoon at Miller Park in Milwaukee. Today we wrap up this four-game weekend series between the San Diego Padres and the Milwaukee Brewers. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is coming up. Zach Davies will be the man on the mound for the Brewers. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, he's got an ERA of under 3.5, which is pretty decent for a starter. Pretty good chance that we'll see a good start from him here in this one.
John Jay will stand in now, and as you can easily tell from the splits, he's really struggled away from home. And he takes one off the inside corner for ball two. Eric Karros, these Brewers, as they begin play here this afternoon, they've been playing some pretty good baseball of late as they've won 6 of their last 8 games.
And obviously, that includes taking the first 3 games of this series as well. So they're out looking for the sweep here in the finale.
Grounded up the first baseline. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there's your first out of the ball game.
Batting second,
Jordy Mercer will get his first shot here. A couple of hits in 4 trips last night. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
Yeah, that's the put-away curveball. A great pitch with 2 strikes. You start it in the zone and then let it work out and see if they'll chase.
Now a half swing, but it's strike 3 anyway, says the home plate umpire, and that's out number 2. Will Myers will stand in now. Certainly a dangerous hitter as he ranks number 2 in the National League in home runs.
Boy, this guy's having a big year putting up the power numbers. Certainly going to help him out when it comes to negotiating that new contract at the end of the year.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Chops it foul at home plate as the count moves to 2-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Very weakly on the ground. That winds up foul. Top of the first, just getting started here at Miller Park. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Henderson Alvarez is on the mound for the Padres in this one. Eric, any thoughts?
Well, guys, last year, ERA was not good. Skyrocketed all season long. He's hoping to post a much better year this time around.
Richie Ozuna will stand in, back in the lineup after getting the night off yesterday. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1. Time now for a look at the hometown Brewers starting lineup. Eric, who stands out to you?
Well, Matt, I think you got to keep an eye on the Hebrew Hammer, Ryan Braun. He currently leads the National League in batting average, and a big reason for that is the approach he takes to the plate. He's patient enough to wait for his pitch and aggressive enough to crush it if it's there. It's been a lot of fun to watch this.
Ryan Braun will stand in for the first time with gaudy numbers here in the month as you see him there. Swung on and chopped up the middle. Mercer has it. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Gone in order are the Brewers. We've played an inning. Derek Norris makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Fastball got him looking, as that had two-seam action on it. One gone. Yonhervis Solarte will stand in for the first time now, and he's got that average up over the 300 mark to begin play.
Yeah, and he leads his ball club in hitting, so he's a guy that they really look to offensively.
A dive, and oh, he can't hang on. And the effort pays off as he's able to recover and get the second out of the inning.
Second baseman, number 11.
Number 11 will get his first shot at it here. 1 for 4 with a double in the ball game last night.
Well, guys, one good game does not a season make. He's been hitting under 250 over his last 10 games, so hopefully he's figured something out.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Ozuna sprinting after it, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego. Chris Carter, a big power threat here to say the least, currently 3rd in home runs in the National League.
Well, and that's exactly what you want from your corner infielders. You gotta love having those big boys down the lines that drive the ball out of the yard.
1-2 now as that one's fouled off. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
And that changeup's not really a pitch you can sit on with 2 strikes. Because if he gives you that fastball, you'll be an hour late on it. That's a great job of not showing that pitch until he was ready to punch him out.
Hit hard back up the middle. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit. Domingo Santana will stand in now. He homered in the ballgame last night. Drilled to the left side. And just past his outstretched glove into left, a base hit. Garen Cecchini will stand in. A couple of hits in that ballgame last night. Slider clocked in the mid-80s there. It's a ball and 2 strikes. These Padres, Eric, as they take the field this afternoon, they've had a... Hold on now. That ball is down and could score a run. And a relay to the plate. And this will not be close, and the run will score easily.
This team's got plenty of guys that can hit the ball out of the ballpark, but these straight singles will do the job as well.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2.
Now, with runners at the corners and 2 strikes, this is a spot where you've got to make something positive come out of this on the mound.
Zach Davies gets a chance to swing away, and he'll have a chance to increase his lead if he can deliver something here with 2 gone.
Well, you know, some pitchers flat out just don't like to go up there and swing it, and I get it. Most of them can't hit at all. But, hey, this is an opportunity right here to help your own cause.
Number 16 is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Number 16 will stand in now to lead things off. 7, 8, and 9 here to start the 3rd inning.
And maybe one of these guys can break this string of 6 straight retired to start the ball game.
To 2-2 now. And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2. And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin inning number 3.
Still no hits on the ledger, but at least they get themselves a base runner here. And that's a step in the right direction.
Alex
Dickerson gets his first shot here with a man on following the leadoff walk. And a dive, but he's back in there. Padres still with the big goose egg in the hit column thus far. And again a throw, and he just manages to get his hand in. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. And a breaking ball runs in and gets him, and I doubt there was any intent behind that. So stepping in, Henderson Alvarez, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. And they indeed want the pitcher to move his runners as he puts this one down. Only plays to first, so the pitcher does his job as it's a successful sacrifice.
Up next for the
So striding in, John Jay, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. A little bouncer. In time to first, and there are two away. Standing in now with runners in scoring position, Jordy Mercer, and he'll be tasked with bringing home the potential tying and go-ahead runs, both of which are standing in scoring position. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. All even now, 2-2. Runners at second and third with 2 gone. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Richie Ozuna digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3. Alvarez has his sign, ready with the 1-1 pitch. To short, hit hard, taken in by Mercer. Throw won't be in time as he reaches it first. And hold on a minute now. It looks like we may see that last call challenged here. The call on the field was safe, but it was definitely a bang-bang play and tough for us to tell at full speed.
Yeah, I wasn't so sure about him being safe either, but here's one more look at it right here. Tough to tell for sure from that angle. We'll have to wait and see what the signal is from the dugout.
So here's the signal from the bench, and they will indeed ask for the play to be reviewed. So the umpires will get on the horn with the replay operations center in Manhattan and attempt to get a definitive answer on this play.
The Padres have elected to challenge.
Okay, well, we're going to get one more look at it right here. Is there enough video evidence to overturn this call? Yeah, I think that shot right there makes it look like he might have been out, so this might be a well-used challenge.
Okay, so it looks like the umpires are wrapping up their decision, and off comes the headset, and he's out. So the original call is overturned, and instead of having a base runner at first, the bases will now be empty.
Overturned, and the batter ruled out.
Standing in now, Jonathan Villar. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. Sent on the ground out to second. Scooped up on to first, and there are 2 down.
The left fielder, number 8, Ryan.
So 2 away in the Brewers' half of the third. And that'll bring forth the great slugging left fielder, Ryan Braun. A good action on the 2-seamer there, and it's 1-2. Fly ball out to right field. Waiting on it, the right fielder. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee. Leading off the inning, Will Myers. And they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, they still aren't even on the board yet, so this leadoff guy needs to get on so they can manufacture a run.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. The 1-2 pitch. Half swing here, but it won't matter. It's strike 3 called anyway, and that's out number 1. Leadoff man retired now for the catcher, Derek Norris. Here's the 1-1 delivery. And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. This is popped high in the air toward the right side of the infield. They'll take this in without much trouble, and 2 are gone here to start the 4th.
Now batting, third base.
Yonhervis Solarte digs in with his team still looking at a 0 in the hit column.
Yeah, they just haven't been able to figure it out yet, but it's still early. We're seeing some pretty good pitching so far in this game.
That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now.
Well, that base hit is going to get his hit streak to 6 games now, so he's swinging it.
Number 11 will step in. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Right on the corner, 2-2. Well, that pitch isn't going to light up the radar gun, but it's been effective.
Well, it doesn't have to. If you get that good movement and put it in the right spot, it's plenty good enough to do the job.
Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now, 3-2. And now the runners will get a head start here with 2 away.
And that's an important factor, too, because that's the tying run over there at first base, so he's likely scoring on an extra base hit.
Number 16 gets a shot here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 4th.
And a big 2-out at-bat right here. You know, it's still early in this game, but you don't want to have to look back on this as a major missed opportunity later on.
And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Chris set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat because you know he has big-time power.
And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Full count now, 3-2.
Well, that's an opportunity wasted on the mound there. A hitter's got to be defensive on 2-2, but that was so far outside, he didn't even have to worry about chasing it.
Now here's the check swing, and they appeal down to first. No swing, so that's ball 4. Stepping in, Scooter Gennett. He singled his last time up. Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called, 1 away.
Boy, and just a great call that time to turn to the changeup. That's one of those at the plate where you don't even wait for the umpire to make the call. You know you're a goner.
1 run on 3 hits, and no errors on the Milwaukee line score so far. And the slider gets him swinging, 2 gone. At the plate, Garen Cecchini. He reached on a single in his first try.
Yeah, and so far that's been the only real offense in this game. Good pitching we're seeing so far.
Hit to short. Played on the backhand. And a low throw, but he's able to look this one right into the old breadbasket as he hangs on to end the inning. As we go to break, another look at a throw nicely handled at first. We're back with more on a Sunday afternoon following this. Leading off the inning, Alex Dickerson, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
The pitcher, number 37, Henderson.
Now at the plate, Henderson Alvarez. He successfully laid down a sac bunt in his last plate appearance.
Yeah, he did his job nicely last time up.
And he pumps the fastball by him here, 1-2 now.
Boy, he is putting on a clinic out there right now. These guys don't know what to look for.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Yeah, after that last swing, I would have thought they'd go right back in, but that's actually not a bad location because I doubt he was looking for something out there.
And this is swung on and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 5th. John Jay will stride forward now. He's bounced out a couple of times already here in the ball game.
Just a little off on his earlier swings, guys. Got to keep that top hand palm up through contact to keep him rolling over.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Check swing, no swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball 2.
He just about went around. He was lucky to put on the brakes when he did.
This one misses, and that'll fill the count here, 3-2 with 2 away. Jordy Mercer would be next. Hit on the ground to short. VR moving to his right. Throw on to Carter gets him to retire the side. Number 21 will dig in. 0 for 1 here in this one. And now he'll step off as they look for a strikeout pitch. Grounded to short. Mercer is there. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
Now batting,
Zach Davies is into the box for his second appearance. 0 for 1 with a flyout. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there, 2 away.
Now batting.
Richie Ozuna stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. Gone in. Jordy Mercer will come in now to start things out here in their half of the sixth as they look for a reversal of fortunes here. The first 5 innings have not been particularly kind to them.
Yeah, and I think that's putting it mildly. Just one hit in these first 5 innings. They're going to need to do a better job of finding good pitches to hit. But that fella on the mound has not made it easy on him, and that's for sure.
To short. VR has it. And the throw forces him to lay out for that one, but he keeps a foot on the bag to record the out.
First baseman.
Will Myers will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far.
Well, we've been talking about it a lot, but this offense is just getting shut down right now. And we've seen some really fantastic pitching in this one.
Braun is going to get there to make the catch a few steps into foul territory for out number 2.
Catcher, number 3.
Derek Norris will stand in. He struck out and popped out in 2 trips.
Well, not a great start at the plate. We'll see if he can get something to drive right here.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Jonathan Villar will start it out here for Milwaukee with Ryan Braun waiting on deck to follow. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Dickerson giving chase. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning. Ryan Braun will step in now. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. Hit hard towards second. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield. Throw into second. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Now batting. First baseman.
Chris Carter stands in.
Carter.
A good action on the 2-seamer there, and it's 1-2.
Boy, he is just wearing guys out with that 2-seam fastball. I don't care if it's inside, outside. He's really hitting his spots well.
Throw on to first, 2 gone. Scooter Gennett will stand in now. He's singled and struck out in 2 trips. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Taking the turn is Braun heading for the plate. And the runner from second is in to score. It's a 2-0 ball game. And he will pull into second with an RBI double.
Right fielder.
Now batting, Domingo Santana. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
2 runs, 5 hits. And no errors on the Milwaukee line score so far. And he lays off it to even the count 2-2. Still 2-2. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Brewers get a run on the RBI double. Yonhervis Solarte will stand in here to start the 7th. EK, it's been a pitching and defense afternoon all throughout.
Yeah, neither starter looking like he's ready to blink. Neither one of them looking all that tired just yet.
And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Now batting.
Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Good idea with the change, but it's 2-1.
And right now, these guys just need something to break their way. A blooper, a bunt, a hit by pitch. Something to get a base runner and give that guy something else to think about out there.
A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. A little tapper. Throw gets him. 2 down. Number 16 will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Now, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
Smoked on the ground up the middle. He gets dirty, but he can't make the play. It's a base hit. Alex Dickerson will step in. A ground out victim as last time. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Runners on the move for second. Pitch misses low. The throw down. And no throw, as it turns out, as he takes second with ease. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. To his right, VR. The throw's a low one, and he can't make the scoop at first as it's in and out of the glove. Here comes the Milwaukee skipper up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And we're going to have a pitching change as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. New pitcher set to take over, the hard-throwing right-hander Blaine Boyer. Number 71 will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot. Hit on the ground to short. He's got it. And he'll go the short way to retire the side. Brandon Maurer will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home seventh.
Brandon Maurer.
Garen Cicchini will dig in here. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far.
Yeah, putting the ball in play, sometimes that's half the battle.
And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning. Action now in the Padre bullpen as it looks like a right-hander's getting loose out there. Popped high in the air. Solarte is over, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Now batting, the pitcher,
Hernan Perez will get the call to pinch hit here as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty. And this is low, ball 2. 2-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee, but they hold it. Corey Knebel will be summoned from the bullpen now as he'll take over to start inning number 8. John Jay will stand in to lead things off as the top of this batting order really hasn't been much of a factor so far.
Yeah, between the top 3 guys in this lineup, no hits between them. And you got to figure you're not going to win too many games when that's the case.
Lifted the other way to left center. Ozuna on the move, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out. Jordy Mercer strides in, grounded out his last time through. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1 and 2. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Ozuna is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. Will Myers will stand in now, and he's been kept quiet out of the number 3 hole, hitless in his 3 at-bats so far. Here it comes on 1-1. A swinging bunt to the mound. Throw on to Carter gets him to retire the side. Nothing across here this half of the inning. Ozuna will stand in, and they've done a good job keeping him off base at the top of the lineup. He's 0 for 3 thus far. Good hard slider at 88. It's 1 and 2 now. Chopped weakly to the left. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out. Jonathan VR stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Oh, good action on the 2-seamer there, and it's 1 and 2. This is pulled into right, and call that a nice clean base hit, his first of the game. So a runner at first now with one away, and that'll bring forth the great slugging left fielder Ryan Braun. Hard hit ball to second. One there. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. 4 to 6 to 3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. More to come on the show. Tyler Thornburg is on now to try to close things down here in the ninth.
37.
Derek Norris will stand in now, hoping to get on track as they've been able to neutralize his power out of the cleanup spot. 0 for 3 thus far. And he is down on strikes again. So get your hats out. That's the third strikeout of the game.
The batter.
Yonhervis Solarte will stand in, needing to do something here to get on base as they're down to their final 2 outs. He pulls this one into right, but he'll barely have to move out there in right as he hauls this one in for the second out.
Number 11.
Number 11 makes his way to the plate, needing to make something happen. They're down to their final out in the 9th inning.
That's not looking too good for him anymore, but you know what? There's no clock in this sport, and that's for good reason. You've got to fight for all 27 outs.
Tough pitch to lay off there, but he did, and it's even up at 2-2. And now this crowd, announced at around 22,000, comes to their feet. And he gets strike 3 called to end it here, and with that, this one is over.
Yeah, and you know this home crowd is going to get to drive home happy as their guys come through with a very good win.
This one, definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, I thought he turned in a really good performance. His fastball had some good life to it. He really mixed his speeds well, and he kept guys guessing all throughout.
So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head on over to theshownation.com. The Brewers win it 2-0.
6 hits.
So long from Milwaukee.
They left 5 men on base.
Happy Friday, baseball fans. Welcome to Inside the Show. Looking first at the American League East, the Red Sox combined. Welcome to your Saturday edition of Inside the Show. I'm Justin Allegri. Starting out in the NL West, Alex Dickerson had 3 hits in the contest as the Padres bested the Diamondbacks 3-2. The Mets combined for 10 hits as a team as they got the best of the Dodgers at home 7-3. Brandon Crawford was a force at the plate, driving in 3 runs as the Giants toppled the Rockies 6-3. The Braves starting pitcher, number 36, earned his first career big league win on the mound as the Braves downed the Marlins 2-1. The Nats sent 3 balls into the seats as they got the best of the visiting Redbirds 4-3. Pedro Strop collected his first W this season as the Cubs took care of the Phillies 5-4. The Cincinnati Reds combined to give up just 5 hits as they took a victory against the Brewers in Milwaukee 5-2. The Boston Red Sox launched 3 home runs as they beat the Blue Jays in Toronto 8-6. They now have 6 straight victories. Nathan Eovaldi got the W and now has 5 this year, helping lead the Yankees to a win over the Rays 5-2. The Orioles grabbed 13 hits in the game as they pounded the Indians 13-7. Eric Hosmer had a great day, driving in 5 on 3 hits as Kansas City disposed of the Chi Sox 9-1. He extended his hitting streak to a modest 6 straight games. Cam Bedrosian had his first victory of the year as the Angels disposed of Houston 1-0. The Tigers knocked out 10 hits as a team as they defeated the A's in Oakland 6-4. The Twins totaled 13 hits as a team as they nabbed the extra innings win over the Mariners 7-5. The Rangers grabbed 13 hits in the game as they sank the visiting Buccos 9-8. And that'll do it for today. Enjoy the games, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.